Welcome back, guys. Today, following the Bugatti Veyron we reviewed last weekend, um, I'm going to be taking a look at another 164 diecast car. This time, a 2005 Ford Mustang GT by Autoart, the one that was presented at the 2004 Auto Show. It's an Unlike the Bugatti Veyron, it is an open package. Because the Bugatti Veyron is, in the top of the line series for a 164, and this one is a bit lower end model, but it still has Autoart quality, so that's why I bought it. The case is a bit yellow because the model itself is not too new, and so let's go ahead and take a look inside the car. Like the Bugatti Veyron, it has an acrylic case inside for display, like this. But of course, I prefer to keep it in the box, like the Bugatti Veyron. So let's take it outside. One of the main reasons I picked this car instead of all of the models I could have chose, like Ford GT, Porsche Carrera GT, or Lamborghini Murcielago, is this Mustang's beautiful color. It's Legend of Lime, and I'm not sure if you can really get the feeling in this video, but when you see it in real life, the color is extremely just beautiful. No way to express it otherwise. There's the name tag on the display case right here, 2005 Ford Mustang GT, 2004 Auto Show version. So I looked it up in the internet, and sure enough, this color version was presented at that auto show. So let's take a look at the quality. To be honest, of course, it's worse than the Bugatti Veyron because the Bugatti Veyron is on signature version in 164, and this is just a performance version, but the quality was good enough for me. Like I said, you can't really expect much for a 164 diecast car because they're so small, but they did a pretty good job of expressing the headlamps and the lamps right here, made in separate parts, which is, not too easy for 164. However, they did just paint on the fog lights right here in orange, which kind of ruins the car's view, but like I said, you can't really expect all that much from a 164 model car. Onto the side, it looks pretty nice. The GT logo is made pretty clear without, any scratches in it. The rim detail is okay. And like I said, the orange lamps right here is also painted on, which kind of ruins the whole car's stance, let's say. But overall, it is okay looking on the side also. What really interested me was the separate part they used in side mirrors, which is kind of interesting because I expected them to be painted on. Let's go to the back. The back was the part that kind of impressed me, and to be honest, this rear end of the Mustang is the part I like the most about this car. Actually, I prefer this rear end to the facelift version. I think this one looks just a lot more cooler. And as you know, this generation was supposed to be a reminder of the first generation Mustang made back in 1960s. So if you take a look seriously, if you take a look at it closely, it looks similar to the first Mustangs made. And compared to the facelift version, I think this one looks a lot more, I don't know, classic. And yeah, I prefer this rear end to the other Mustang models. And there's a rear spoiler in the back. In the real world, that's an option, even for GT models. The part that I really liked about this Mustang's back is they did a really good job of making the rear lamps, tail lamps, because not only is it made in separate parts and it's made in really nice color, maybe even better than my 118 Maisto Mustang. They also did a good job of planting small light right here, and the GT logo is quite satisfying for a car of this size. One thing I might criticize about is, of course, the orange painted on thing right here. And maybe without the license plate, the car looks a little bit weird, so maybe a license plate would have been good overall. I don't know, maybe just saying Mustang or something. Mufflers, well, like I said, you can't really expect that much detail in 164, but it's overall acceptable and exceeded my expectations for it. Overall, I was pretty satisfied with it. This 164 Mustang. It's kind of how it looks. And I think it's a pretty nice model for, Mustang collectors. I'm not the biggest fan of Mustangs, but I still like Mustangs very much, which is why I bought this model. And it does not have a certificate like the Bugatti Veyron or the best quality as the Bugatti Veyron, but it is still quite a nice looking car and looks nice on the shelf. So there you go, the 2005 Ford Mustang GT by Autoart with the acrylic case. I've became pretty interested in collecting other scales than 118. I might buy more 164 or 143 in the future, and I'll make reviews of them later on. And I'll make a re-review of the Nissan GTR and the SRT Viper in 18 scale because the video's quality was really bad. So I'll see you guys then, and see you later.